Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be brewing Japanese Sencha. It's still hot here in Las Vegas, but pretty soon it's gonna be cold. So I wanna try to drink as much as Japanese green tea as possible because they taste the best when it's like really hot. And I'm going to show you how I can make it with this Kyushu. Very easy style. And I'm also going to show you a different method of making this tea if you don't have this one, okay? So in front of me here, I put about 7 grams of this tea, and I have a Kyushu here, put a lot, 7 grams. So I'm going to do this slightly different with a lot of different sencha that I have. I'm putting a lot more leaf. I'm using this big teapot, but I'm not going to fill up this teapot. There's a lot of method of making tea, right? This particular method is not something I see a lot of Japanese people do, but I find it's the easiest for me and for a lot of people, and it's almost foolproof. Now there are some rules for it. So the tea has to be a fukamushi. What does that mean? It has to be deep steam. So deep steam means usually, depending on the farmer, usually between 10 to 20 seconds of steaming process, and that break down the leaf so that the leaf is a lot finer. Again, I'm going to show you again so you can see it's a very fine leaf. Okay, so 7 grams, and we have this Kyushu, Tokonami Kyushu. We're going to heat it up this one real quick. Very important to always heat up your teapot before you make any tea. How do we do this? So I'm going to use a water temperature of 175 Fahrenheit, which is roughly about 80 degrees Celsius, okay? And it's quite high. And I'm going to spread out this tea leaf at the bottom of the Kyushu while it's still warm, right? You wanna make sure it evenly spread out. And then instead of filling up all the way to the top, all I'm gonna do is just fill up about halfway, okay? Halfway. So hopefully you can see it. Oh, and then I'm calculating in my head slowly, doing it very slowly. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So roughly about 15 seconds of pouring. And then, so I pour like about that much. And you gotta do 1, 2, 3. And that's it. Very quick. But what I mean by very quick is you don't steep it too long. And then you're also going to pour it out very slowly, right? By using this method, you don't really wait around for 2 minutes and 3 minutes, and you only do the whole steeping time. Probably take 25 seconds, right? Higher temperature, 175, and then only fill up that much, put about 7 grams. And if you do it exactly what I did, it will look like this, right? This bright yellow greenish, right? And I often find out this method, you tend to get all the best flavor without really extracting all the bad flavor, right? And it's still gonna be umami, it's still gonna be a little bit that nuttiness, and you don't wait around. So this method is kind of like a hybrid between a Japanese method and like a Chinese method. Long time ago, I do this a lot, and then I don't know why I forgot to use this method because I've been using the normal Japanese method, which is usually 5 grams, lower temperature, and brew it for like 60 to 90 seconds, even like 2 minutes, right? So recently I go back to this method and I love it. It's just so much easier, right? So you can see that everything's done in like less than a minute. Very good. Very, very good. Full body coming at you. There's all the sweetness, almost foolproof if you do it. And then the sweetness comes like 4 seconds later after you drink it, okay? This is the best method of brewing this Kagoshima award winner sencha, right? Another method that is easy. This is not the easiest sencha to brew, by the way, but that's okay. Another method is you can just put the tea, put cold water, within literally 5 minutes, it's ready. And same thing, you put roughly about 7 to 10 grams on this one, right? See that? This is a nice cold brew that I made earlier. So good, so good. So this is almost like a sweet honey glazed almond. Really amazing. Not the easiest tea to make, I'll be honest with you. So if you not following the way I do it, it might not taste as good as I was telling you, but it does win an award. So sometimes winning an award doesn't mean it's easy to brew, especially for Japanese tea, right? So you can see the color is much lighter actually. Huge difference. When you're doing it the cold brew style, you don't get that roasty notes as much. It's a lot smoother. It's a lot easier to drink as like a big chunk. I mean, big chunk means I think this is something I can just look for like a bigger amount, you know, where something like this, you want to enjoy them slowly. But regardless, I think everybody will be very happy. This is part of the tea for this month's tea club. All right, 7 gram with this or 10 gram with this. Now, this is a big one. This is like 1.5 liter, right? 10 to about 10 grams. It can fill up about 1.5 liter. All right, so let's see how it tastes on the second infusion. First infusion is amazing. With second infusion, usually I will lower the temperature to like roughly 165, okay? But same style. Oh, so good. When you drink this, make sure you like touch the center and the back part of your tongue. Very, very nutty and sweet. So second infusions, I'm a lot faster when I'm pouring it out. The whole part is about 10 seconds. And then same thing, 1, 2, and 3. And your tea is ready. That's how you're going to brew this kind of tea. It's foolproof. Okay? Look at that. So no waiting, no waiting. I wish I can come up with a name for this kind of style of brewing, but I came out with this style. It's just basically almost like Chinese Kung Fu style. So I don't know, what should I call this style? Second brew is still very good, but it's not as good as the first brew. The second brew is almost like the roastiness is almost like kind of enhanced. It reminds me of Genmaicha a little bit. All right,